And welcome back to the Gary Russen program on GJRB Online on Spreaker. And Prince there with Raspberry Beret, one of his biggest hits. You know, we lost Prince. And I was going to mention that in our last segment, I was going to do a story behind Prince's, the story of the end of his life. Very tragic ending, and I have it, and I'm going to bring it to you here a little later on. First of all, decided to do something different, because I like to do that once in a while here on the show. I like to just break off the program log, say the heck with all the program breaks. We're going to run them when we can, play all the stuff that I was going to do, and we're going to do something different on this program. I am going to completely extend the program log for today, and I'm going to go non-stop talk right now. No news, no news break at 4:30. We're going to skip it all. Just going to run on through it, okay? We'll have a 5 o'clock news break. Let's do a 4:30 break, but we'll do a 4:30 news break. Let's do the 4:30 news break. We're going to go all the way through 4 o'clock. We're going to take a break there, a little past there on. We're just going to go, because I want to just skip all that nonsense breaks and tightness and all that, and just forfeit the program log, because I can do that on this station. These are just nothing but my promos anyway. Some of the stuff I do on my 9-foot local doesn't matter anybody who listens to that or not. So I just do that for practice and fun. But, this station is up to me. I can do different things, and I can change things if I want to. And that's what I'm going to do. From now until like about maybe 4:30, long about 4:30, we're going to take a break around there. Take about 4:30. You're going to do a 4:30 news break. And then we're going to come back. We're going to continue doing nonstop talk. It's going to be completely non-stop talk. That means we're not going to do any promo breaks. We're not going to do anything off the program log. And I'm going to reuse that program log for another show. And I'm going to just change things around a little bit, because this is our first show back. Okay? Been out of practice. My timing is not all that great. I need work on some things, so I'm going to just ixnay it. And when I do that, when I feel I'm not really getting anywhere with my log, things are just a little offbeat, I just go ahead and forfeit everything and go straight through. And I've been wanting to do that. I thought about that Monday. I thought, I want to do nonstop talk. Just say the heck with it all. So we'll run some promos to take a break once in a while. I'm going to play some bumpers. I'm going to do that, but I'm leaving everything wide open. Now, as I talked to you earlier, before the last break, I was talking about that big question I asked. Remember that? What is so offensive about the American flag? Why is it that everybody goes up in arms over it? Why is it that the American flag is considered now racist? Just like the Confederate flag, the American flag is now considered racist. What's up with that? I want to know. Why is it that we are making a fuss over this flag? The flag of this country. The flag that waved. A song that was written about it called the Star Spangled Banner. The flag. What is so offensive about it? What is so offensive about the Confederate flag? It was flown in the Civil War. The Confederate flag, offensive to most people, to a point where they pulled Dukes of Hazzard off the air. Because we don't want to offend nobody. Oh, liberals, just crybabies. Wah. I like to think we put diapers on liberals, because they're just crybabies. Take offense out of everything. And We're going to talk about that today. Area code 563-613-4260. In the chat room, all you got to do is get in my Spreaker site, and I'm going to go and spread our thing around a little bit. Copy link. And I'm going to go into, my Google Plus. I'm going to post there. And we're going to go about and spread some show. We're going non-stop. Okay, we're going to go completely non-stop for the next 45 to 50 minutes of non-stop talk. Area code 563. This is semi-pro. This is semi-freestyle Friday. Friday. Wish it was. It's semi-freestyle Wednesday. Freestyle meaning that half the show is bombarded with promos and stuff like that. You know, get started and everything. And the rest of the show, I just throw the log away, like I just did now, and go freestyle. Just completely off the beaten track. Just do anything. And that's what we're doing, because this is our first show back. So I thought I'm going to have some fun on the first show back. So the log is thrown out. I'm going to rewrite it for another program. But for right now, I'm going to leave it open to you. Area code 563. That's our area code here in Iowa. 563-613-4260. I want to talk about this whole thing. What is so freaking offensive about the American flag, for heaven's sakes? So we're going to ask that. Also, scroll through social media continues. I'm going to be visiting Twitter in the next half hour. Got a lot of stuff on Twitter, too. I think Twitter, sometimes they kind of repeat the same post. I don't know why, they just do. Don't know why they have a tendency to do that. But there you go. I'm going to be doing that, and I'm going to go now, and we're going to do that, scroll through social media again. So that'll get us started, and we're going to go through this, and I'm going to read some more news stuff. I'm going to do some more news headlines and stuff, more news and comment, and give you a chance to put your 2 cents worth in here. Okay? So I got the chat opened. You can talk there. I got, if you're listening on the Spreaker public site, through Facebook and Twitter, you can go in there to the widget and click on the comic book icon and get into my chat room and send me something. I'll talk to you back. And we'll get things started with my scroll through social media, which I'm going to do right now, Facebook, and we'll do Twitter as well. Okay? And I'm going to do that. And I'm also going to do Weather on the Fives coming up. We were going to do that earlier, but I decided we're going to do the temperatures and the forecast for your key cities in just a little bit. So we're going to do that. Forecast and temperatures for your key cities coming up on that. That's coming up after 4 o'clock. We'll do it about 4:05. Okay? Since we're going to be on the air all the way through. No more news today. Over the Hump Day edition. Semi-freestyle Gary Russen program. That means wide open for anything. Anything can happen, it will. Because this is our free for all. Okay? This is the last 2 hours of the Gary Russen program. First show, and it's the Gary Russen program free for all. Right now. That means wide open. Means you can join me on anything at area code 563-613-4260 in the chat rooms and all across social media right here on GJRB. Gary J. Russen with you here on the Gary Russen program. Return edition, as we're back on the air after a long absence of about 2 months. And it's been quite a while, but we're back. And well, let's see. Why don't we go ahead? I'm going to dump in there and get that ready for that next segment. We'll do Weather on the Fives. And I'm going to do that here. Where's that? Okay, going to bump into this, down the ways, down to our weather data. Okay. And we'll give you some temperatures and forecasts for different parts of the country today. And we're going to do that coming up. So hang in there. We're going to do that. We'll pick some cities and do some forecasts for you in your key city here on the Gary Russen program. That's coming up next as we get into that part. It's 3 minutes to 4 o'clock in the Central Time Zone, 5 o'clock in the East. And it is coming up to 2 o'clock in the Pacific. And you got the Gary Russen program on GJRB Online, Off the Beaten Track. I know that's the name of a show on our radio station on the internet here. But mine is a different Off the Beaten Track. It's freestyle in this hour of the Gary Russen program. 50 minutes of nonstop talk. Well, actually 45. And doing scroll through social media, and we're going to go into the main Facebook page, and we're going to do that here. I have a friend who had a birthday today. We're going to wish him a happy birthday coming up, and we'll do that here in a moment or two. But right now, though, let's go into, let's see, big news here and stuff going on. Usually I do scroll through social media. I recognize some of my friends' sites and usually talk there and find some things. But along the way, I find some other interesting stories, and yeah, that's good. And we read them on the air. Some interesting stuff. Let's see. I'm going to go down the ways here to some interesting posts that I find as I scroll through social media. That's what that's about. I scroll down and find some interesting posts to read. And that's what we're doing here. Ben Osan posting some interesting stuff. Like this one. If the FBI fails to recommend that Hillary Clinton be indicted for gross negligence in her handling of the classified documents during her tenure as the State Department, then what value does the FBI have? Oh, there's a good question. How can they ever be considered a credible and an impartial criminal investigation department when already publicly released data shows gross negligence? How? Good question. Good question, Ben. I like that. Come on board and we'll talk about that for a few minutes. Okay, here's another interesting. Let's go down the waist a little bit. Let's see what else we can find. There's a lot of big questions. Keeps coming up on Facebook. Here's his posting. Says, does anybody still hand wash their dishes? I do. I don't have a dishwasher. Seriously. Let's see. Capitalism, socialism. Let's see, go down the ways. Oh, I like that. That's a cute picture. Yeah, okay. I'm going to go further down. See what else we can find in news sources and postings across America. This is the Gary Russen program on GJRB Online. It is now 4 o'clock and 4:01 in the Central Time Zone right now. 5:01 East, 2:01 Pacific. And this is the Gary Russen program where we're just having fun doing some different things here, scrolling through social media as we begin the return of the Gary Russen program here on GJRB Online, and glad to be back. Oh, it's good to be back. And like I said earlier, 2 months is a long time to be off the air. I gotta tell you, 2 months is just a long time. I didn't think I'd be back on the air. It was like taking forever. And a lot of things going on, and you know, computer repair takes forever sometimes. And what happens is off the air for like a long period of time. And it was, I was kind of pulling my hair out there for a while. I asked my wife, she could tell you. That was crazy because I missed doing this program. And I'm out of practice in my time calculations and everything. So I was like, I got to get right back on the hood here and try to, practice my timing methods because we're going to be doing this show again real soon. Another radio version, I'm going to be adding another Wednesday show. And I'll give you details on that coming up. We'll do another one. But I'm going to give you our program schedule coming up here in this hour. Okay? And I'm going to go in and see if I can find the rundown for this program. Let's see, the Gary Russen program. I'm going to pull that up. I want to see if I can get that. Okay, here we go. I want to go down to where the story on my news and comment that I was going to do on Prince real quick too, okay? And stuff here. Let's go further down here. Okay, here we go. News and comment segment. Okay, here we go. Prince's last days. And we'll, you know what? Caitlyn Jenner, I really don't care. I'm done with that nut. So I'm not going to even bother with that story. We all know the story. What he planned on doing is deciding he's going to go back to being a man. That's what he's going to do. He's going to go back to being a man, which he should have done. He should have just stayed that way in the first place. And so now he's going to get an operation again and go back to being a man. Okay? Again, we're playing God here, aren't we? Sure we are. This stuff about changing one's gender just to get attention, and I believe that's what Bruce did. Okay? It was all about getting attention. Okay? It's all about getting attention. We're going to talk about that coming up. But first off, Prince's last days. We had a story about this. This started from the April 7th concert in Atlanta, postponed, and go all the way down into the moment of his death. We're going to do that here in a few minutes on GJRB. Right now, though, I'm going to give you the, I'm going to go here and we'll do weather on the fives and give you some temperatures and stuff across America right now here on GJRB. So let's get on board on that. Okay, you're going to do that. Here is our national temperatures across America, starting with Flagstaff, Arizona. You guys are expecting showers today. Expected some rain, showers in Flagstaff. High 56 degrees, nighttime low 36. Partly cloudy tomorrow, high 65, nighttime low 40. Fort Wayne, Indiana, partly cloudy, 65 degrees for a high today. Nighttime low tonight, 44, but expect sunny tomorrow, the high up 70. And Honolulu, Hawaii. Let's go to Hawaii. 85 degrees predicted today. Nighttime low 73. Tomorrow, mostly cloudy. High 86 with a nighttime low of 74. Jacksonville, Florida. Thunderstorms predicted today. High 85, nighttime low 69. Mostly cloudy tomorrow. High 87 with a nighttime low 71. Lansing, Michigan. You're partly cloudy today, high 65. Tonight's low dropping to 41. You guys are going to be sunny tomorrow, high 68. But the nighttime low still remains in the mid-40s, about 45 degrees. And Lexington, Kentucky, 63. Expected. Lexington, 63. Nighttime low 47. Tomorrow, partly cloudy, 69. Nighttime low 52. And let's do one more for the road. Billings, Montana. And they're finally getting warm. Partly cloudy, 76 degrees for a high. Nighttime low, 49. Partly cloudy, 81 predicted. Nighttime low, 51. And that's a look at weather on the 5s of the Gary Russen program on GJRB Online here on Spreaker. All right, let's, like I said, what's so offensive about the American flag? I want to hear from you. April 7th, Prince postponed a concert in Atlanta. Fans were lined up along there, and it was a concert called Piano and a Microphone Tour. And people were not too happy about it. It postponed due to illness. The show promised to be an ultimate gathering of classic hits from his collection. And fans were upset because he canceled the concert. Don't know why, but he did. It turned out that Prince apparently was seeing a doctor that day in Minneapolis, battling the flu. Just because he had postponed postponement, but the reason given by the venue, entertainer battling with the flu. As it turned out, though, Prince apparently was seeing a doctor in Minneapolis, and according to a search warrant documents obtained by the Los Angeles Times Minneapolis Star-Tribune, Michael Schulenberg, I believe his name is, Dr. Michael Schulenberg is his doctor, apparently. Investigators said Prince saw him on April 7th. The documents disclosed that Prince was being seen by a doctor who, until that Tuesday, was a family medicine, was a practitioner from Robbinsdale, Minnesota. Flash forward to April 14th. The show goes on. He does a concert. Okay, he does a concert. I recommended his out. He did an 80-minute concert, back-to-back songs, and don't know exactly where that was. Let's see where he did, but he did the concert, and then later on, he did all his songs. He did everything, full throttle version of all his songs, every hit record. Then he did an unexpected detour. On April 15th, he came to here in the Quad Cities, not far from here, Moline, Illinois. He went to the hospital there, and it was an unexpected stop. He was given some medication, apparently. He was sent home. April 16th, Viking Paisley Dance Party. There, according to CNN's Kelly Collins, he was couldn't believe it. Was looking at him, and after hearing he had been not feeling well. Okay, let's go further down the line. Okay, down the ways, let's go to April 17th, rejuvenated, and tried to do another concert. He attended a concert. He did a concert in the Dakota Jazz Club and restaurant in Minneapolis on that Tuesday, which I think was the 19th was a Tuesday. I'm not sure, but anyway, later on down the line, his last seen live on April 20th. He saw his doctor, Dr. Schellenberg, and according to the search warrant documents published by the Los Angeles Times and the Star Tribune, the documents do not elaborate as to the reason why his visit, but they do indicate that at some point Schellenberg had given the singer prescriptions to be filled out at Walgreens. Then he, at 8 p.m., an unidentified person dropped off at the park there, so he sent somebody. According to the Carver County Sheriff, Jim Olson, the singer was alone in the complex the rest of the night. And then his situation, it got worse. Okay, it got worse. He later identified that Andrew Cornfield, who's the son of a prominent California addiction specialist, called 911 at 9:43 a.m. on April 21st. Prince is from the singer's estate. Okay, he called from the singer's estate. he was there. Cornfield's father, Dr. Howard Cornfield, dispatched his son, life-saving mission, to persuade the singer to enter treatment for pain management. Okay, following an opioid addiction, or is an addiction to drugs. Apparently, they say he was addicted to some kind of drug. But intervened, but again found dead. He was found dead by Cornfield. He said the person's dead there. After pharmacists dispute, desperate. It was a paramedics came in, did a CPR on him, pronounced him dead at 10:07 a.m. Now, according to a search warrant by the documents, and they're still investigating this. I thought for sure by now they would have found out exactly what did him in, but I'm not hearing any more after that. They were supposed to do something with that, and I don't know if they ever went any further is to find out exactly what happened to Prince there. I don't know. It was that's a sad situation because it's a shame, really is. Talented artist, and this is what happens. So, wow. Coming up, Caitlyn Jenner. And we talk about that one because, as I said earlier, this all goes into that whole razzmatazz over the transgender bathrooms, because he had to prove a point a while back. You know, I gotta do that, right? Also, we're going to try to get some celebrity birthdays in, because I got a good friend of mine celebrating her birthday today, too. We're going to do some of that. Obits. Recently, William Shallard, who played on the comedy classic, The Patty Duke Show, not long after she died. Matter of fact, it wasn't too long after she died, so it must have been pretty close or something. Anyway, he died. One of my favorites from that show, William Shallard. Okay, so we're going to talk about that one. And let's see. Gonna go ahead and click some of this out. I don't really care about Caitlyn Jenner anyhow. Anyway, here's William Shallard right here. Played in a lot of TV shows. Matter of fact, we're going to talk about him a little bit on Gary J's Radio, Television, and Movie Classics coming up. He was in a lot of shows like Nancy Drew. I forgot about that. He was on that one. Did a lot of stuff for Bewitched, Lou Grant, The Andy Griffith Show, Leave It to Beaver, Dr. Kildare was before my time. He did some westerns too. But well known for playing the part of Martin Lane, Patty's father, on the Patty Duke Show. He also did science fiction. He was in Deep Space Nine. William Shallard. And he died, let me see, what date was that? No. I'm trying to think what day. That was just about a couple weeks ago. Just before we got started here. So that was something where I'm going to bring up. And your comments too. You remember some of those old TV shows and stuff. We'll talk about that. And a whole lot more. Hey, listen, stick around. More of the Gary Russen program coming up on GJRB here online on Spreaker, where we always have a lot of fun doing stuff like this. The Gary Russen program. Yeah.